overall energy of the reading and the main focus here is the Five of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So we've got communication and action after some kind of emotional fallout or disruption. The advice here is for you guys is the King of Swords. So you're actually being asked to look at the situation or try and detach a little bit from it on the emotional level and look at it from a more logical lens. The thing I would say there is maybe something that has happened here that has taken the rose-tinted goggles off, which is a good thing. So there's a need here to see the situation or the person as they are, as opposed to what we wish they were or what we thought they were. However, on the positive side, because of this Eight of Wands, there is some communication or action to try and sort out this Five of Cups energy. But whatever has taken place in the Five of Cups energy has changed the way we are looking at them and the connection. And we've got the Tower as well. So I think this kind of has affected you more than you realize or more than you kind of anticipated or hoped for. So there is a need there to sort of the energy to check in with yourself and to also kind of look at what can we trust, what can we rely upon with that King of Swords energy, because there's definitely something unstable or uncertain with that energy of the Tower. What is the block or the challenge here? Was that the Ace of Swords? So the main issue, particularly one of those things that comes up a lot is it's easy to forgive. Well, not for everyone, but like I'll use myself as an example. I can forgive someone very easily. It is very hard to forget, and if someone does something I disagree with, that may then change how I am viewing them as a person or how you are viewing them as a person, and we kind of can't help it. There's definitely something here to do with lying, or if not outright lying, where someone, you know, that thing where people will say like, oh well, I didn't lie though, and it's like, yeah, you didn't lie, but you didn't tell me either, you just didn't say anything. That's kind of in the same field. Could have been some information, it does seem here, that then may have come up that is knocked things off kilter. We've got the Three of Cups on the bottom, so I do think a reconciliation or something is possible. We've got the Four of Swords here as well. So the main issue is kind of, can we heal this? Can we fix this? Their intentions towards you, Aquarius, is the Seven of Wands. So it does seem like they really want to work this out. And we've got the Emperor as well. Okay, so they very strongly intend to work this out. So it does seem they're very remorseful. I feel like there's something they've tried to hide or tried to suppress due to fear of like how that would make you view them. The problem is though, then they've kind of created this issue now where you sort of don't trust them, or you're questioning them, second guessing them. So they've kind of had good intentions about something, but they've maybe their actions, they've handled it the wrong way. In terms of their actions, King of Cups, Scorpio energy, good. There is still a little bit of guardedness there, and then we've got the Page of Swords. So a lot of this is on the focus on communication. I will say it does seem like this person is really interested in you, does really like you, Aquarius, and a lot of either what has taken place has kind of come from the place or energy of them not wanting to ruin the connection, but they've inadvertently then ruined the connection. Honesty usually is the best policy, even if it's something where like, well, I don't know how they're going to take it. It's usually better to just say it, get it out of the way, What is done in the dark always comes to light. And particularly if something happens that affects the trust and the connection, that is something that isn't easily or quickly fixed. But it does seem here that they're very remorseful over this, very sorry, didn't want to kind of hurt you, and they are willing to do what it takes to kind of win you over or to curry your favor here. But this is going to take some time because of this tower energy it's kind of caused in you guys, Aquarius. So then where is this going? The good thing I do like in terms of, because the Emperor here is indicative of like the divine masculine in his highest vibration in terms of taking full ownership of something. So the part I do like now is it's not them trying to like downplay something or brush it under the carpet. It's like they're finally now dealing with it head on, taking ownership of it, taking responsibility of it, of themselves, of their actions, of their effect in the situation and how this has made you feel with whatever's taken place. So there is that sort of element to it that I do really like, because a lot of times people will either gaslight or try and brush something under the carpet, but they're taking ownership of it. And then with the King of Cups here and Scorpio energy, really trying to explain to you how they feel about you or the situation, what is taking place. There is a genuine, real genuine energy there with the Page of Swords and that King of Cups, of taking emotional ownership over this and expressing things to you, apologizing and saying how they feel about you. Tied up within all that is that expression on an emotional level of them really opening up. And I wouldn't always go as far as to say or use the word love. It would depend how long you've been with a person, but they do really genuinely care about you and have genuine affection for you and do have your best interest at heart. If they do perhaps, though, sometimes, and I guess we all sometimes do this, take the wrong action. So where things are going then, we've got the Chariot. So it does seem like the two of you trying to get on back on the right track with things here. We've got the Seven of Cups, so there's still a little bit of confusion or a little bit of uncertainty. I think it's just, and then we've got the Seven of Pentacles starting to work through it, starting to see some progress, but there's still a way to go. I think it's mostly now, like, you do kind of trust them and see like they have good intentions and mean well towards you and that you're moving in the right direction. However, this Five of Cups energy, it's easy to forgive, but it's hard to forget. And this has now affected the way you are viewing them and the situation. And this will just take a little bit of time or a little bit of persistence, perhaps on their end, to then see if we can get out of that confusion and uncertainty around them and the connection. Because I think that's just what it is. You're kind of second guessing them a little bit, or if they're the right person. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, okay, well, maybe I don't need to have all the answers at the moment or that certainty. It seems to be getting back on track, moving in the right direction. It seems like this, it seems like they mean well. So maybe we'll wait a little bit and then kind of see where that Seven of Pentacles energy lands up on. Anyway, Aquarius, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, though, it is a general reading, however, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But if you would like some specific information and answers to your own individual situation, then you can check out the sale on personal readings and the description box below. And for some reason, I feel called to say I am really sorry, but rather that would be their words. So at the very least, it does seem like they are really remorseful. Anyway, guys, have a good one.